Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It is Sunday, otherwise known as Wednesday. I'm wearing this shirt here because it is probably the only green shirt I own, and it has to tie into who I'm reviewing today. Today I am reviewing that Wicked Witch of the West we all love, Rebecca Mader. Zelena, her character that she plays, came into Once Upon a Time during the second half of the season 3 when they did the Wizard of Oz arc. Selena's backstory is actually quite fascinating because it kind of ties into Regina. Zelena is actually Regina's sister, which I was like, what? How it also ties into Regina's story is because how Regina was betrayed by Snow, Zelena was betrayed by Snow's mom because Cora was pregnant with Zelena by this guy who left her, and she was getting to know King Leopold, and they were going to get married until Snow's mom told King Leopold that Cora was pregnant with another man's child, so he dumped her and married Snow's mom. And because of this, Cora was forced to give Zelena up, and I thought that was quite sad because if it wasn't for Snow's mom, Zelena could have had a better life. I mean, she could have been with her mom. And she had strong magical powers ever since she was born, and her new parents, I'm not sure about her mom, but her dad was actually scared of her, and she actually learned how to use her magic and control it by Rumpel, and that's when she found out she had a sister, Regina, and in her eyes, she couldn't understand why she was complaining because she was living in royalty and she was with her mom. She couldn't understand in her eyes why she's complaining and why she gets to live a better life and she has to live like this. So Zelena, I think they met when they had a curse in Storybrooke and they went back to the Enchanted Forest, and that's when Zelena and Regina met for the first time, and it was chaotic to say the least. Regina was in shock that she even had a sister because she never knew what happened with Cora, and Zelena wanted she wanted revenge on them. And when they got back to Storybrooke, she actually was planning her own curse so she can actually break one of the laws of magic and change her past and make sure that Regina was never born. And in order to do that, I actually thought this was awesome writing because it tied into The Wizard of Oz. They needed Charming's courage, the most resilient heart, and they needed brains, which they got from Rumpel. And the last thing they needed was a baby. I think it was a true love baby, and Snow and Charming were pregnant at the time, and Zelena posed as Snow's midwife, and Snow, being as gullible as she is, believed her, and Zelena actually got the baby and all the things she needed, and she was about to make the portal into the past, but Regina stops her when she discovers she has light magic for the first time. And then there was actually a nice conversation when Zelena was in the prison cell. Regina is offering to give Zelena a second chance, something that the citizens of Storybrooke finally gave her. And then we discover, well, what we think happens is Rumpel comes in and kills Zelena, and that activates the portal, and then Hook fall into the past. And what actually happened was Marian, who was Robin Hood's wife and came came back, and which was awful because Regina and Robin Hood were dating till Marion came back. But what we don't know is that Marion is actually Zelena, and I just have to give her credit. I have to give her credit for what Zelena did, because what she did was just plain wicked. She tried to destroy her sister's happy ending by trying to take away her second chance of love. And Zelena was definitely not done there. In order to up the ante, she actually got pregnant by Robin, which is because Robin didn't know that Marion was Zelena, and this new curse happened when the Frozen story arc happened, when if you crossed the town line, you couldn't come back, and Regina, thinking that Marion was Marion, she let Robin Hood be with his family, which was the heroic thing to do, and Robin, thinking that he'd never see Regina again, one thing led to another, and that resulted in the new wicked baby we see this current season. And I just thought it was so wicked because Zelena knows that Regina can't have children of her own, and I'm not actually sure if Zelena really truly loves her child, or the child is just a pawn in her scheme. So we'll have to see how that plays out during the rest of season 5. I do think Zelena is quite a complex character, and she's quite interesting to watch because it's just because of her her past, and I really think her happy ending is to earn Cora's love and to be worthy of her love, because I think she wants to be like this great evil force because she knows Cora used to be this great evil person. I feel like she's doing all these evil things to make Cora proud of her. And she actually did, like, if you've ever seen Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, Cora explains the laws of magic, and Zelena actually broke some of the laws of magic. So I truly think that her ultimate happy ending is not only to meet Cora, but to have Cora be proud of her and to have what she's never got, and which is a mother's love. So I can't wait to see more of Zelena during this second half of the season. Currently, she's back in Oz because Regina sent her away there, so they currently have her baby, which is Robin Hood's too, but they currently have her baby, so we know Mama Zelena is not going to give up without a fight. Outside of Once Upon a Time, we see Rebecca a lot, or Bex as some people call her. She goes to a lot of conventions, and from what I've heard, she's very nice to her fans and takes the time out to meet everyone, and she's sassy and classy, and she's just so fun. I love some of her tweets on Twitter, and when she does ask Bex, it's just so fun to learn more about the Wicked Witch we all love. So if you want to see more of the Wicked Witch of the West, Zelena, or her portrayer, Rebecca Mader, you can catch the new season or the second half of Once Upon a Time on Sunday, March 6th at 8 p.m. I hope you enjoyed this little review of Rebecca Mader and Zelena. And until next time, stay regal and wicked.